though. You could tell what they like. They eat the heck out of Johnson grass. Look.
What you think, Uncle Alfred?
They look good. Watch these things. Did you get it?
Yeah. So this is our next move, and it's thick. Lots of Johnson grass, which we know they like.
Let's see if they eat this.
Oh yeah.
See, I didn't see none of that over there.
Come back in 3 days and see what it looks like. We'll measure it out, 100 feet by 100 feet. And they're gonna mow the perimeter so we don't short out the electric fence.
This stuff really isn't that bad once you
The way they all come flying up when you pull up is awesome. So the first thing we do to move is get this net in place. And then we go ahead and pull the water line. Uncle Alfred's gonna move that water line to the next hose bib here. There he goes. And see, all the birds are like, okay, we know what we're about to get. Fresh vegetation. We did change the geese out, only because we started to see a few hawks. And so we brought some of our more mature geese over here. They're very aggressive, very good at protecting. They're about to get some new vegetation. Go ahead and get the tractor ready, backing it up to the egg wagon. We'll get the barrier open. Again, this new net is already in place. What are y'all barking at? Look, the chickens are like, okay, there's something going on here. We know that there's new vegetation over there. Get the other part of the water line rolled up. We already got the new one hooked up over here, and it'll hook up right there. So they've been on this spot for 3 days. This is the last spot you saw us move to. So you remember how high the vegetation was. And you could see they have ate it down. Ate it down. All the bugs, most of the grass. They eat it pretty good. We'll remove the ground anchors. This is just to make sure the wind doesn't move the egg wagon around while it's sitting in place. Some of the chickens are already moving into the new ground. They say, oh yeah, that's where the good stuff is. That's where the good stuff is. Here we go. The wagon is moving. You can see some of them actually like to ride on it. Some of them move. They're like, ah, it's okay. Just carry the feeders along with it. Start pushing them all over there, the ones that didn't follow the wagon. There they go. Then we'll put our rear fence up now, which was our front fence before we moved. They're in their new spot. We'll re-anchor it, rehook up the water line. And this is the area that we moved them to. Like you saw before, it is ate down tremendously. In just 3 days, they eat so much. Already on the new ground, just really enjoying it. Already grazing. Dusty, get them quick. They're coming. Get them quick.
I ain't getting them.
Hurry, get them quick. Dusty, get them quick.
Got him.
Well, our rollaway nest boxes just got here. We got to assemble 22 of them, so time to get busy. All right, about halfway through the assembly. All right, first next nest box finished. Little demonstration. In the morning, when you're ready for them to lay, put the perch down. Once they've laid, you block them off. All the eggs will roll down to the base. Get them. There we go. Well, we're on like day 8 of getting these cute little fairy eggs, the first eggs that they start laying before they gradually get bigger. They're doing great. You can see weather's been beautiful. It's been warm, but pretty. Chickens are happy. Our nest boxes came in today, so we'll hopefully have those on tomorrow. Moving along. We've got the whole crew out today. We're installing the nest boxes. What you think, Joel? All right, we finished halfway with the nest boxes, but then we stopped because the chickens seem to be kind of riled up with us here. But we've been about a week with this one side done. We just counted 10 eggs in here. We still got to put the other side of nest boxes on, but yeah, everything looks good. Uncle Alfred's actually mowing down here too. Where's he at? There he is. Just on the other side of those trees, just knocking this grass down on that pasture. We'll have one more move before we actually move over that way. But things looking good. How many eggs today, guys?
36.
Looking good. We're getting the water line trenched finally. It's finally getting real hot. We don't want our chickens to have to drink hot water, so we're gonna go ahead and bury that water line. And pasture's getting mowed. This is 60 days later. Can't even tell we ran chickens on it. It looks awesome. So it's been 30 days since we were right here. And I mean, look, you can see where the fence was. It just looks phenomenal. This is where the fence was, and the wagon would have sat right there. You can still see just a few little holes there, but look at the way the grass is just filled in beautifully. It just got mowed, so it is freshly mowed, so you can really see down in there. It just looks great. Chicken farm looks beautiful. Now, if you remember, we seeded millet on part of the chicken farm. So we thought it'd be a good cover crop for them to graze over. But unfortunately, we went about 60 days without rain after we planted it. And while the rest of the pasture looks really good, the area where we did the millet does not look the best. You can see the areas where we had the wagon have not yet recovered. Here's another area where the wagon was, and the areas that were grazed on after, but was not millet, have already fully recovered. But I really put it towards the rain. I feel like we didn't get the moisture we needed on the millet, but we did plant another section of Bermuda grass, and this Bermuda grass has looked excellent. Now, it hasn't been grazed yet. We're actually coming back right now. Oh, all the chickens are flying out looking at us. We're coming back right now on this Bermuda. We're about to hit it in the next 2 moves. But it's had a little bit of rain on it, and you can see it's starting to spread. There's some of our other grasses mixed in, which we love. Coming along. Now, we really like to see this right here. You could see what this vegetation would look like if it wasn't grazed, and how effective they grazed this vegetation. Really great. And of course, they could tell they look happy. But really, really effective grazers. 3 days seems to be the perfect amount of time for this flock at least. And we're already starting to talk about, come this fall, what breed we're gonna brood next for the next 1,000. Raise that up. There they are. Just came to get chicken feed, and I feel like I don't show our little feed store very often, but this is Stanton's and Alvin. They've been around longer. The store's been open longer than our family store at the farm, and but they've been around for a long time. Our families go way back. Nice and cool out. They're loving life. Just beautiful eggs. You know, I was just able to touch one. So for being raised on pasture, they're actually still, he's got a chunk of tomato. They're actually pretty tame. Like this one, see? Got close to me. Pretty tame for the most part, I'd say, for being pasture raised chickens. Now, egg production is good. It was a long, hot, dry summer. But honestly, with the breeds we selected, egg production did not waver. And now as temperatures have cooled, you know, we've increased for sure. But even in the heat, in the dry summer, egg production was really, really good. We're really satisfied. The egg wagon is holding up. She's running strong. And of course, the geese are doing their job.